Ikuzo! It's me, Tokkuri Yashi, your poetry friend. How's everybody doing? Hope you are well. Thank you for joining us. Today we are looking at Dimensional Rift and more particularly the extra phase. If you manage to beat all of the fights up to 4-star like this, you will have got the vast majority of rewards from this mode. So don't worry if you can't do the extra phase. But we will be having a look at that today. This mode is here till the 21st of March, so if you're watching this video quickly, you may have a couple of days to attempt this if you haven't done so already. So let's go in and have a little look at what teams I used to take on this mode and what teams you may be able to use if you have characters that I don't have already built. Okay, so let's jump into the first battle. We can only use 4 characters for this battle. It's a disadvantage handicap PvP match, but we can still win this. We believe we're using here New Year's Hamare as our main damage dealer on this team. There are obviously many other compositions you could use to take out this battle. Just using other PvP like characters such as Anne perhaps will do a very good job in that role. Inori too. But there we go. New Year's Hamare did a very good job there, and we have beaten Battle 1, not too difficult at all. There are the rewards you get. Again, they're not massive, so if you can't beat these, then don't worry too much. So let's move on to battle number 2, another PvP looking battle. Again, we can only use 4 characters. In this one, we're going to swap the New Year's Hamare for the 6-star Shiori and hope for the same effects. Again, there are several other teams you could possibly run for this battle, using characters such as Princess Rei, Samugi, maybe even Muimi to take down the fights. As you can see here, I think, to be honest with you, I like this Shiori team because she has a double instance attack. She's taking everybody out behind Miyako, making the field a lot safer for us. And now she can do both of her double instance attack on the Miyako there to take her out. She cannot avoid that time of damage. So there we go. Second battle beaten, not too difficult at all. So let's move on to the third battle. Now, I haven't already said there is a Google Docs for this event with teams on it that are recommended. If you want to have a look at it, the description will be in the link will be in the description. So let's move on to boss number 3, the Snake. This is where again it gets a little bit more difficult. We have characters, playable characters, as well as boss town battle boss style bosses as well to fight. As you can see there, Nenika nearly got bonked completely there at the start. So if you're having trouble with that, maybe you've got to try to make sure that she's, when mine is limit broken and ranked and maxed out as much as you can with its equipment and so on and so forth, which just maybe did save her from going down there. This boss is weak to water and lights. Maybe the Summon Nenika might be able to take that role and do a job as well in that position if you want to try that one. Funny here that we're managing to tank this with the Son of Saren. Not too bad at all. This is one of the first competitions that has been recommended in the Google Docs. Again, the link will be in the description. Hopefully we can do some good stuff with this team. The problem with this is, if you run this team as the first team, this is a mode that if you don't beat the boss, you can use as many teams as you can, as you probably already know, but the whole team, all the characters will then be wiped out. You won't be able to use them anymore until the next day when you can reset and revive everybody. So we do a very good job here. We've got the Summer Rampa who is actually currently available in a retained banner if you don't have her. We do pretty good there. We was looking like we could maybe even took that out in one. Unfortunately, that means we lose our Ameth and we lose our Kasumi, which could be very valuable for later on battles. But they did a pretty good job, so we can now take this boss out quite easily with one more clean-up team. There are a few teams that have been suggested to use this, I don't have Hatsune and Shiori, who are one of the characters that suggested in some of these teams, so we've gone with the Karoche team instead, which is a light team. As you can see, the boss here is weak to light, so they will have a bit of an advantage, extra damage, and there we go. Not too much trouble. We have taken out boss number 3, or fight number 3, with 2 teams. So let's move on to the 4th fight. Now, I think, to be honest with you, the 4th fight is probably going to be one of the more tricky ones here. We've got very tanky Chizuru Noir up front. We've got the Summer Kokoro there that is trying to heal us. I decided to go in with this team first. My fire lot is not very good. We took out the Chizuru Noir. I think that was the aim, just to try to get rid of it. There are teams that try to get rid of that TP regenerator at the back. I wasn't having any success with that because I don't have the characters that were required for it. Pesky Kokoro survives, but the first team, we got rid of Chizuru Noir. So hopefully I was thinking that with our second team, we could go in there and we could take out the boss. Job's a good one. So we're going to go in with this team here. We're going to try Christina, who is a fire elemental character. Hopefully we want to take the boss out completely with this, and then we don't have to worry about anything. As I said, my fire team, I'm not very good at all. There was a lot of other characters that were suggested for this fight that I didn't have. Probably a reason why I was having quite a bit of trouble with this one. As you can see there, the Christina and Shiori team didn't do quite as much damage as I would have liked. I had Matsuri there. I was hoping that with her AoE damage, she could have maybe took out that TP generator and Kokoro too, but that didn't happen. Pesky Kokoro is still there, healing up and debuffing our physical defense. So we go in with team number 3. We are trying Hamari again. Here's Hamari, another fire elemental character, to take out the boss. Now, to do extra damage as he's weak to fire. We're using some water characters as well here. Kyoka there doing okay damage, because the final boss we want wind and dark, so we can use lights and water characters up with this battle if we needed to. This team again didn't quite do as much damage as I would have liked. This is a symptom of having a poor fire lineup. So unfortunately we have to go to a 4th team. Pretty sure you can do this in 2, maybe 3 teams. I've had to go to a 4th team. The first 3 teams did do quite a good damage, so hopefully just a generic light team like this can be successful. So let's jump in and we will see and take out this Cyclops boss. Finally, job's done. Pesky Kokoro is no longer hide behind the Cyclops. Now, there's a lot of fire characters that I didn't have that would have helped with this, like Sarasuria Saren, Akino Saren, perhaps Valentine's Chizuru, Halloween Tomo, the 6-star Muimi, the New Year's Kasumi. All of these are really good fire characters that I didn't have, which is why this fight became very tricky. Summer Misogi, Halloween Ninon, free-to-play characters didn't have very high star levels in them, so I didn't feel confident in using them. But we did finally get the job done. 4 battles it took, and that's a poor fire lineup in my account, which is to blame. So we can finally move on to the final fight, the 5th fight here. Now this boss here, this gargoyle boss, is weak to wind and dark. We are going with a dark team. The reason I didn't borrow a Ameth for the 4th boss, which would have made that a lot easier, because I knew I needed to borrow this Warlock Gita to build this team here for the 5th boss. Now we need to blast our way through another pesky Miyako there. Not any real problem for Carol there, who's going to take her out like that, and then that leaves poor little Aoi, who's a lot squishier to be taken out by one Union Base there by the Princess Carol. Now we need to do as much damage as we can to this boss so that our second team can come in and clean up for us. There are other suggested teams for this. This is a team where the Summer Shinobu could come in handy. She's recommended on some of the teams. Who is the other character in the current returns gotcha that we have at the moment? So maybe the devs have been thinking, well, we'll put in these teams here, these battles here, and maybe they're going to want to summon on the characters. There are other teams, again, like I said, link in the description of Google Docs with some suggestions on it. This team was supposed to have the Summer Shinobu in it, but I didn't have her. So we had a little bit of a mess about, see who else we could put in to hopefully make the team work. In the end, we've gone there for the New Year's Misato, just to try to keep everybody alive a little bit, buff the damage a bit, and with this Ultimaiden core of a team, hopefully we can take out the final boss here, the fifth boss, and then that job is good, and we are completely done. And oh no, at the end there, a couple of people, a couple of characters there, a couple of Misato and Persia, they take a little bit of a bonk, but we managed to beat the boss. Finally, there we go. That is the special extra mode done on this month Dimensional Rift. We got all the rewards for it. The rewards for getting to 4-star with everybody are still pretty good, but there we go. Got a few extra rewards here. If you have beaten this, let me know how you did. Hopefully you've been able to get all the rewards from this, and this video might have been helpful to you in some way, or at least enjoyable. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. I am Tokkuri Yashi, your palm tree friend, and I will see you all again for another video. Bye 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 bye.